You just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, then start walking. This is a little hard to explain, but Narshada's got a flow, a life to it.
It feels to me like you're, or it sounds to me like you're using the Force to find people.
It's got currents. You know your target, you can feel them. You know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt. Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead and ask. Talk. About what? Sure, they're easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an uppercut that knocks them flat. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a boffin stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then stun him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double check his bounty and see if he's worth anything. Call it what you want. Me? I love my targets. Go ahead and ask. Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that, and it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead. I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
He took it personally?
Do you really want to hear this? Well, Hanhar...
I asked the question, didn't I?
Possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Cash chick.
Something with too many K's and Y's. It sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it. No idea. He's just Hanhar.
Also a Wookiee.
Not any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those 2 crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows? Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all. I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons. Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea.
Oh, really?
He understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies? Right, that's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to
lovely.
Kill
well,
every human in the galaxy.
And he's not dead yet. Cool.
Settle some huge score or death.
Because Kreia brought him back.
I don't get it, but he's dangerous. Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes, he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies. Living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you. I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since. I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor, but somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these
really?
things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you. Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, is unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It's like it pushed him over the edge. A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
You sound like a bit of a bitch.
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad.
And he's not mad already?
Sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened. Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's gonna show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was. Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to
Nope,
ambush
he's
us
still
when we least
alive,
expect it.
waiting
He
for us at
always shows up
Malachor.
at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
He knows Elbar, that's for sure.
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge. Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes. I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would
How would
buy
you
me
know
enough
what
time to
mines he
get
was
through them
using?
and get away. No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. Got to know my way around them. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now. Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely. He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it.
How do you know what he says? Hang on a minute.
He was in pain. He was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me, that I would always be prey. Maybe. I've thought about that moment a lot. Wondered if I would do things differently. if
I
had
understand
another
they're
chance.
listening to what's happening.
Yeah, something wrong?
You ready to be a Jedi yet?
Go ahead and ask. I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to. I know. It's different. I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex. I don't like it. And I don't know when or why.
Just had
it
to scratch
came
my
so
nose,
easy.
made my mouth go all crazy.
Go ahead and ask. Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there. Well, the war happened. It's what
Heard
happens
all
after the
this.
wars. Think so.
Heard all that.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families. As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. And they took a lot of worlds. When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions.
Yep, that
Toward the end
explains
of the
that
war,
part
they
that you
made
just told us
everyone
about.
They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that. Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it. Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it. Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war.
You're somewhat
Kind of stays
self-reflective, I
with you.
guess.
What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it. Go ahead and ask. Talk. About what?
I don't know yet.
Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. I didn't need friends on Nar... Yeah, something
God
wrong?
damn it, one.
Go ahead and ask. Yeah, more or less. Well, the war happened. It's what happens after the war. Think so. Me? I got... Take a guess, Jet. As much as any slave... I don't know, it didn't matter. I was too young to remember, really. Besides, Nar Shaddaa's kind of grown on me. It's as much my home as any place else. I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits. Not if you know your target.
They're,
Not unless I have to. And bounty hunters, the good ones, don't ever need to kill a target. Go ahead and ask. I didn't kill him once.
You already asked about that.
Are you sure you want to hear this? Yeah.
God damn it, how do I make you a Jedi?
Go ahead and ask. Talk. Go ahead and ask. I've killed people before. I know. I don't know. I don't like it. Go ahead and ask. Yeah, more or less. Well, the war happened. It's what happens after the war.
Blah, blah, blah. That one.
I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits.
Circle back to that.
Not if you know your target. This is a little hard to explain. You know your target. I'm good at finding people.
Okay, that's taking... I'm not getting anything out of her now. Hang on, let me research. I don't want a video. Let me see what the trick is, because I know you can do it.
Yeah, something wrong? Talk. Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Go ahead and ask. I didn't kill him once. Are you sure you want to hear this again?
Maybe.
Well, Hanhar and Miko. Well, not for long. I don't know. Go ahead and ask. I've killed people before. I know. It's different. I don't know. I don't like it.
God damn it. Fuck. What do you need? Okay, I think we need to talk to this guy over here first to get the code to the, yeah, there we go, the password. Or just do that. Forgot I could do that. You the one you talk to? Some dudes. Okay, so can I... Okay, that doesn't help me though, can I... How do I help with the dudes outside? Can I just force persuade you out of here? Yeah, well, I won't help you if you don't tell me. Okay, let's try playing Pazak against what's his face, Gritty. I could wager 100. I don't care. Oh shit! That was the wrong button. Fuck. Okay. That was a close game though, dude. Shit. Let him have this round. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so that's really nothing to do with... Okay. What a waste of time. Guess we're done here now, though. We can get back on the ship and talk to Mira some more. Because apparently that's what we're doing wrong. We need to talk to her on the ship. Yeah, I know. We'll do it in a moment once I get you to be a Jedi. Not before, after. You go and buy some lightsaber upgrades too. We need to go back to Dantooine and buy some stuff. Some robes, some Jedi, some saber attachments. Stuff. Assuming we can't make any of it. Maybe we'll try that in a bit. Hang on, actually. We'll finish with Mira, and then we'll go out with her and Bayador to use the workbench to see what we can build. I know if I bring Bayador with me, I can pretty much build anything.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
What is going on here?
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out. And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
All of these guys. What is the drama on the ship? Kreia, why do you keep messing with him?
Is there? Must be hearing things. But for a moment.
Hang on, I forgot about HK. Spark games, Rim Power.
Diagnostic.
HK-47!
Activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude. Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing
Well, that's not helpful at all.
setbacks. Reflection. Of course, for some reason that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before.
You have.
The loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading. Answer. If by okay, you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication. Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is
Assassin
my
droid
primary
made by
function to
Revan.
burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh how I hate that term. Answer. No, Master. I said it again. Answer. Yes, Master.
We might be pissing him off a bit, though.
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
I believe he went back. Oh, no, he's right there.
Yeah, something wrong? Talk. About what? Go ahead and ask. It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Too
I
quiet.
gotta be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it, activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing.
Like a white noise?
Hyperdrive. Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Then let me come and show you.
Maybe one day, I'll let you. Alright, but I doubt you're gonna show me anything I don't already know. And when you show me, don't act like a tourist. It attracts predators.
So, HK.
Statement. Master, if you could indulge me for a moment, I must express some degree of irritation at your actions.
Of course you will.
My
Or most.
anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5 was too high. But you are countering all those expectations. Statement. Well, all your behavior up to this point suggests either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents. Statement. I suspected as much, Master. There are few who would discuss such things with an assassination droid, and that is perfectly understandable. I mean, what
Should I
use
make a
is there
playthrough
for
series out of
communication
KotOR?
Understanding might be achieved, or sympathies might be gained by such callous
I don't know. Would that be?
You
Would
are
it be any
right
fun to
to
play a
remain silent
MMO?
about your past. I have seen the damage that repressing such things brings, and it is far preferable to share such traumas. Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way. Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. Explanation. You see, Master,
This robot getting philosophical with me?
versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy. The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this. Statement. Master, please, any comparisons between me and your meatbag status leaves a fluctuating, intermittent charge through my control clusters. I was only trying to bring death and its impact to your attention.
Believe me, I'm a Jedi. I'm well aware of that.
Statement. Why your own life, Master? Your single life changed the face of the galaxy, of history itself. Malachor 5 was an impressive act of destruction, but its impact on the lives of others in the galaxy was far more extreme. I mean, Master, you brought about the death of the Mandalorian race. I doubt they realize it yet.
Not the entire. No, actually, I didn't, because a lot of them still survive.
Recover.
Can Kreia level up my crystal yet? Mitra had the one with the crystals in it and it wasn't doing a lot of damage. Interesting. Not Mitra, Visas.
Yes. Have you come with questions? That crystal is Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now, is there something
Thank
else?
you. Revan?
spoke to-
Nope. Bye.